I just wanted to make a video about how to write a free, spontaneous, improvised song. So the thing is that with improvised music, you can't really say exactly how you're supposed to do it, but this is the way I like to do it, and this is the way I write all my songs. And so the first thing to have in mind is to create an atmosphere, to create a relaxed atmosphere, to be able to stay somewhere, maybe in your house or apartment where you won't be disturbed, and also to feel relaxed inside. This is important because this enables you to be in the present now. It's important for this kind of songwriting. So the thing, I'm actually going to take my instrument. So when you've created this relaxed feeling and when you're breathing, you just automatically feel more present. Because what we want to be able to write these songs is to be in the present now and not have any thoughts. Not have any thoughts about what the song is about, or if I forgot to do the dishes, or whatever it is. No thoughts. And then I'm going to take a piece of paper, and this is actually a receipt, but it doesn't matter, just something to write on, and a pen. And then you're going to find something you can record with. Maybe it's your iPhone or video camera, doesn't matter if it's only sound or video, just something where you can record what you're playing and singing. So the next step is to be aware of your physical body, be aware of, sense the instrument towards your body or towards your hands. Feel the physical connection between you and the instrument, and then start playing something. Just, it doesn't matter if it sounds good, if it's a wrong chord or something. That sounds nice. And then just start, just start strumming or start picking or playing one note or two notes or a chord. And the thing when you're doing this, the thing to remember is to, focus on the physical instrument, focus on the sensations, focus on the sounds. You hear the sounds, but the sounds also, you actually feel the sounds inside. If you pay attention, you can feel almost like your heartbeat is kind of following the music. That's why we can get emotional when we listen to music, or we can get happy when we listen to music, because we get in the zone and we just listen. And that's the same here. You just listen to the notes. I normally close my eyes because it's easy to focus my attention on what I need, and then when you feel ready, you can start humming. Just hum something. Doesn't matter what it is. Just. And maybe you will start to feel an emotion. Like normally I start to tear up and I can't actually control it. My eyes are a bit watery right now and I can't control it, but I think it's when you get in the zone and you're just so present that sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, that you're so caught up in the music that you just disappear. And maybe you will start to feel an emotion. Maybe you'll start to feel a memory or feel a special emotion, and just go with it. Just go with the flow. Also, if you start to think about things at this point, it doesn't really matter, because you're just in the zone, and when you start to feel something, you will automatically start also to think about maybe a situation where you have this emotion, or you will feel a memory of someone or something, and that's just natural. Just always just pay attention to whatever it is, if it's an emotion or if it's a sensation in the body. If you start to tear up, just pay attention and just be non-judgmental of what is happening. Just be present with it. And from here on, it's really just, I can't really teach you how to do it because it's so individual, but it's about always staying present, staying in the moment, and you naturally express yourself when you're being true, true to yourself, and when you're in the now, and just you're playing whatever just comes to you right now. You're not thinking about what you're going to play, but you can't tell yourself not to think, because then you will really start thinking. So what I do is, normally when I start to hum and just get in the zone, I naturally just start creating non-words, which are kind of like mumbling words, or they're not words that make any sense, because normally I'm not thinking about anything in particular, so there's no real story yet. But the thing about this technique, about improvising and about spontaneous writing, is that you're in the present, and this enables you to actually get in contact with your subconscious. When you're present, the subconscious actually surfaces. It actually comes up to the surface. It's easier to get in contact with deep suppressed emotions, or suppressed memories, or anything that you don't feel in everyday life. And that's the real beauty about music. That's the all the unspoken things, all the things that we're not talk about every day. It's about something more than that, something deeper than that. But again, this is just the way I personally do it. So when you're present, these suppressed things from your subconscious will kind of appear suddenly, and that is why that sometimes I start to sing words, and it just comes out of nowhere, I feel, but I think it's from my subconscious, and that's why my songs are normally about something that's not they're not really conscious about. It's something that's a bit unknown, and I think that's interesting, actually. And sometimes I will start to sing non-words, as I call it, and sometimes these non-words, when I keep singing, they will suddenly transform into real words and real sentences. That's the best part of writing this way, because this way I can make a whole song without thinking about it. I can just be in the process of being in the zone, being present, and being accepting towards all these suppressed things that's coming up. And sometimes I'll just stop at the non-words, and this is just, I'm just imitating what I would do. So I would start to hum and then start to form non-words. As you might hear, this doesn't sound like any words. Maybe you heard some words. Maybe I did actually say some words that were that made sense. Doesn't make any sense as a whole. So if you get stuck at this non-word state and you can't really seem to get further, then I would just suggest that you stop the recording and then listen to the recording over and over and over, and maybe some things will pop out, maybe some things will stand out to you. Maybe you hear a part of the recording that you really like, and you really like the melody or the way that the words came out or something. You know, if you've made this recording, you actually have the melody, and then you can go in and listen to the recording and you take the pieces out that you like. And if you hear some lyrics that make sense, you can write them down so you don't forget them. And then the other part is that, you know, that's the melody, that's the recorded melody. And then there's the lyrics, which I think is probably the most difficult part of the songwriting. But I go back and listen to the non-words and the humming, and I just keep listening to the parts that I like, you know, the melody parts that I like. And when you keep doing that, and when you're present and attentive while you listen, then suddenly words will form, you know, non-words will form and become words, and the non-sentences will actually become sentences, because you're suddenly focused on another way, because you're not playing and singing, you're just listening, you're just being attentive to the lyrics. That is how I do it. So I listen to the non-words, and then suddenly when I listen over and over again, I suddenly hear words. And I think it's because we're still in some state of mind, or we're in a specific mood that makes us hear specific words. Maybe your friend wouldn't hear the same words that you would, but you're in some sort of emotion maybe, or you're in some memory, and you just listen over and over again. And maybe if you find a part in your recording that you like, you find a part with these non-words where you sing maybe something, then you can just sit down and then actually play it yourself over and over, and then suddenly you will actually start to form words naturally. That was actually a Danish lyric. So this is very, very abstract, I think. It's very difficult to explain how to do something that's so abstract. Yeah, so that's... I feel a bit confused. If I was listening to this video, I would feel really, really confused. But again, it's about... I think it's about practicing being in the present and breathing and sensing your surroundings, sensing your body, sensing your emotions, and also accepting the things that are here right now, accepting maybe your sweaty hands, accepting that you feel a headache, accepting that you feel some intense emotion coming up, just letting it all in, and just, you know, being present with everything. And if you can do that, if you can practice that, or maybe you can try to meditate or something, then actually the lyrics and the music will just come naturally when you practice. Actually, you can practice improvised songwriting. It's all about being present and being being true to yourself in the present moment. Also, when you have a finished song and you have to maybe record it or play it live or something, this is the same things that's true to this, I think. To maybe you're not improvising the song, but you're being spontaneous by not focusing on how the song comes across to the audience, but you're focusing on your internal emotion. When you play this song, you're focused on your connection with this song. You're focused on the emotion. It becomes authentic, it becomes real, it becomes really honest and really human, because you're not trying to be something or do something. You're just the one you are, and that's the best thing about it, I think. So I hope it made a bit of sense, because it's so individual how you like to do it, but these are some of my tips on how to make an improvised song. So now I'm becoming a bit restless because I really have to pee. So I want to say thank you, and I'm excited to hear from you and hear if you've tried this technique, or you tried a different technique, or maybe you want to try this technique and need some inspiration or something. I would love to hear your feedback, or if you've written an improvised song, I would love to hear it and hear how you managed that job. So I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.